Hey y'all, this is Tanisha and welcome to the Bird Spot. Today we are making kale and potato soup, and I'm adding a little bit of hot sausages just to give it a little spice. We are using some Nature's Greens kale. I like these ones so much better than the whole ones because the whole ones are actually pretty tough and it takes a lot longer to cook. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to try to refry my sausage because I definitely don't want to have it raw when I'm cooking my potatoes and stuff. Nobody wants no raw meat in their soup. So I'm going to go ahead and saute this. I'm going to add my onions. I'm going to cut up some onions. Going to add a little cilantro and culantro, C-U. I know a lot of people think that cilantro and culantro are the same exact thing, but as you can see, they don't look the same and they really do not taste the same. I'm gonna also add my onion and a little garlic. I'm gonna stir fry that real quick. Then I'm gonna add the kale just to brown it a bit. Then I'm gonna switch pots, put it in my pot so I can start my soup, okay? So let me go ahead and chop these bad boys up and I will come back with you guys later. Okay guys, now I'm back. I have my sausages already in the pan. So I'm just gonna go ahead and add my culantro, my cilantro. As you can see, I like big pieces of everything. That way you can actually taste it. And really with the soup, as it's cooking, all of these are gonna pretty much dissolve. So all you're gonna have is just the essence, not the big pieces. I'm adding my white onions. You can use red onions if you want, but since I was already using red potatoes, I wanted to give it a little bit of balance because the red onions tend to be a little sweeter and I didn't want it to just have sweet and sweet with the red potatoes. So here I'm adding my red potatoes. I don't know, I might end up using all of this. All depends how much of it would dissolve after the sausage and everything cooks. I'm gonna cut the stove on, cut it on high a little bit, let the sausage stop cooking. I'm gonna add some ginger in it. I love ginger. Ginger is good for your digestive system. If you eat stuff that are too spicy or if you have not eaten all day, you can actually add some ginger, even to some little bit of water, and it fills you up. So I definitely like it because when you're eating spicy stuff, as I said, nobody wants to have heartburn. So ginger actually helps with coating of your stomach. I have a little bit of minced garlic that I'm gonna add to it just for a little bit of flavor because the soup actually, we're gonna make it with some milk. Oh yeah, we having a creamy kale, sausage, and potato soup. So you guys already know this bad boy is going to be the bomb. So just stir it up after you put all your ingredients in it. Once the stove gets hot, all of this is gonna start to cook. All we really just want to brown it. We don't wanna cook it all the way through. We just wanna give it that almost finished look to it. And this soup is actually a pretty quick soup to make. If you prep everything beforehand, you can cut up all your veggies, whatever you're gonna put in it. You can pre-cook your sausage if you want to, and just put it all together the next day. The only thing that actually takes a little longer is the kale. Okay, nobody wants to have some hard kale when they're trying to eat some soup. So I'm gonna let this cook down a little bit, and then I'm gonna come back to you guys and show you what it looks like after some of it is cooked down, and then we're gonna transfer it to an actually pot where we actually are going to cook the soup in. Okay, come back to you guys soon. Okay, so here I have been having my sausage and the other veggies cook for the last 2 to 3 minutes. I have my kale prep cut and washed. And I'm just gonna add it in here. I'm just gonna let it stay in here for about a minute or two. Then I'm gonna switch to my soup pot and let it cook. Let it do what it do. I really don't know if I want to use any type of bouillons with it. You can. I know a lot of people that use like vegetable stock or chicken stock or literally whatever flavor you want to give to your base of your soup. I don't. I start with water, salt and pepper because it's so much easier to judge the amount of sodium that I want to put in it than if I was to use stock, a ready-made stock or bouillons, to be honest. So I'm going to let this cook for the next 2 minutes. Transfer it to my soup pot, and we are going to be having soup for dinner. In this house, we usually have one day that we have soup, one day that we have no meat, one day that we have rice, one day that we have pasta. So today they decided to have soup because it's a rainy day outside. It doesn't have to be a specific day of the week. It's whenever and whatever you feel like eating. So here you go. The big mama of soup pots. Yeah, baby. So here I already went, transferred the sausage into the soup pot. Look at that. Added my water. It's really up to you how much water you want to add to it. But since it's only just a couple of people in this house, we definitely did not want to make a whole pot. Look at this. That would have been a whole big old pot of soup. And it's only us in here. So I just put enough water in there just to yield enough for us. Right now it's on medium. So I'm gonna go ahead and cover it up and let this cook. Allow the potatoes and the onions and the kale and everything to soften up. Letting some of this water simmer down. And then we're gonna hit it with our milk and some cheese. And we are gonna have a creamy kale soup. What a meal for a rainy day. Yummy. Hey y'all, so here I am. Look at this deliciousness. I have been cooking this on low for about a good 45 minutes. Look at my kale. It's nice and soft. My potatoes are soft. So now we're gonna add the last part of our soup. We're gonna add our milk. You know, being black and all, you know, we don't measure anything. So you just add until the ancestors say stop. If you are not comfortable with it, you can go ahead and measure. But as I said earlier, what you're literally cooking is whatever amount you and your family want. It's not a lot of us in this house, so I tend not to cook a whole lot of food because we really don't do a lot of leftovers. What I'm gonna do now, I'm gonna cut it up to medium. You don't wanna cook it too high because it is milk and you definitely don't want your milk to curdle, okay? So I'm gonna cook this for the next 5 to 7 minutes and we will be ready to have some soup. Thank you. And voila, here's the end result. Look at this deliciousness right here. Hubby is right over my shoulders, just ready to dig in. So I got his bowl ready right here. And let me tell you how delicious it smells in here. Oh my goodness. So now he has his bowl fixed. And to finish it, I'm gonna use a 4-cheese Italian blend. I have mozzarella, cheddar, smoked provolone, and Asiago cheeses. And then I'm gonna top it off with a little Parmesan or Romano, just to give it that little, that little flair at the end, to really make it a real cheesy and ooey gooey soup for a nice, cold, rainy day. And here you have it, folks.